Hi there everyone, EmperorJoj here, and welcome to the final episode of Building Basic Minecraft Houses. In this episode, we're going to be building a house like these. It's going to be a large 5-story mansion, and it's going to have loads of floor space so you can fill it with beds and things like that for your village. Again, I'm going to be using really simple blocks like oak wood planks, but the blocks that you use are entirely your choice. So this is the base for the house. It's a 17 by 17 square with 3 blocks equally spaced between each of the corners. You'll also want to put a block in for the centre and also lay the floor. I've just used oak wood slabs for this. Okay, so here we are back on survival mode. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is take each of these blocks up by 3 to make them 4 high in total. Okay, so now that that's done, it's time to join all of these up along the top. So again, I'll be using oak logs. After you've finished off fighting the zombies, it's then time to join up the top of this with the other side of the house. You're just going to do that on all 4 sides. Okay, so that's the framework for the first floor done. It's time to put in the staircase for the second floor. Now you want to do this diagonally opposite the place where you've chosen the door. And you're just going to make these 4 high. I'm just going to start building the staircase as well whilst I'm here. Again, this is from episode 3. If you're not familiar, just go back and watch that. So I'm just going to whiz through this. And then you can start filling in the ceiling. Again, you're just going to use slabs for this to create that two-tone effect between the slabs and the walls. Okay, now that that's done, it's time to start filling in the walls. So I've chosen to put the door here, so I'm just going to leave space for a door here. On all the other sides, I'm going to lay the planks down like this. Oh dear. So I'm going to be making windows in the middle there. And I'm just going to be repeating this design all the way around. And now it's time to fill those gaps in with glass. And you can put your door on now as well. Okay, so now that the first story is finished, it's time to start working on the second. So again, we're just going to be using the oak logs just to form the framework. The difference is, however, we're going to be completely leaving the walls for this side, as this side is going to become a patio. As before, just fill along the top using oak logs. And I'm just going to speed through this section now. Now that the framework's done, it's time to start filling in the walls. Now for the inward facing walls, we're going to be doing a door on one side. For the other side, we'll just be doing a large window. Again, following the design of the previous windows, it's going to be really, really big. I'm also going to leave room here for 2 little windows either side of the door. Now the rest of the windows are just going to be filled in using the same design as before. So I'm just going to fast forward through this section. So now that the walls are finished for this section, it's a good idea to extend this staircase up. You should also remember to extend the wood logs across the top, just like this as well. And at this point, you can start to lay the floor for the 3rd floor. Now's also a good time to start putting down some torches to make sure that it's bright if you are, like me, playing on survival mode. Now the outside section can be used as a patio area. I've just bought some oak fences to put around the edge. And you can also put torches on here as well, just to make sure it's all nice and lit up. Okay, so now we're on to the 3rd story. So again, we're going to be making a framework for high again. But this time we're only going to be doing the square that the staircase is in. Okay, so these 2 sides that are coming off the square are actually going to be part of the roof of the next section. So we're going to be starting the roof, and we're just going to be using slabs, and we're just going to be going all the way along, like we did in the other videos. And we're just going to be doing a 1 overhang as before. Also make sure to do a 1 overhang on here. Now, if you put the oak steps down in the corner, you will get this corner design come up, which is quite handy for the roof on this particular build. Now again, we're going to be using oak logs to fill this section in as well. But we're going to be keeping the cross design for a window as we did before. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward building this roof. Okay, so the finished roof should look something like this. You're then going to replicate that on the other side as well. For the walls inside here, it's really up to you what you want to do with it. Personally, I like to just fill them in using oak wood planks. Again, entirely up to you. I like to leave this section open, just to give a bit of an open plan feel. Again, I'm just going to replicate that on this side, and then I'm going to finish the roof on the other side as well. Okay, and you should also extend this staircase as well. And you should also start filling in the floor for the next floor. Now for the outward facing walls, we're just going to be doing big windows facing outwards, so we're just going to be filling those in as before. Okay, so now we come to the fourth story. So again, just a framework of oak logs. And you guessed it, 4 high, and join them up across. Okay, and we're going to be filling these in with planks. But we're just going to have really big windows in this room all the way around. Okay, and one last final time, we're going to be taking this staircase up 4 more blocks. Okay, so that brings us to this, the last final story. So this is just going to be the same as these previous 2 little roof rooms. We're just going to be placing on
steps,
and we're going to be making a roof for that. Do be careful though, as if you fall, it is going to be a long way, just like that. And you guessed it, we're going to be using that same design again to create the cross-shaped windows. Now this side's a little bit easier to get, as you can stand on the roof of the previous little roof building that we've just done. And there we go, mansion complete. So now's a good time to go back through, light it all up inside to make sure nothing can spawn inside. As always, I'm going to leave decorating the house entirely up to you. You put loads of beds and crafting tables, things like that in here. Anyway, there we go. Thanks for watching this episode of Building Basic Minecraft Houses. As always, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you around sometime soon. Thanks!